Yay! I think we're live.
We are, yay!
So fun. I love doing these like West Coast, East Coast interviews. It's so much fun to be like
It is
Florida and California
It
all
is.
together.
It's the two hot states, except for
And
today.
for another time, we'll go into that one.
Yeah.
Well, this is my friend Christina Preissner.
Preissner, you
Preissner.
did a good
Okay.
job.
Yay! I am so excited to have you here. Oh my goodness, I've admired you since I started in January, and it's just so, I'm like so excited, like kind
I'm
of
so honored
fangirling.
you
Is
asked
that
me.
right?
I was like, heck yes, yes. Sign me up.
Yes. Yes, please. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, will you give us like a brief introduction? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah. My name is Christina Preissner. I live in Sarasota, Florida. Been married for 7.5 years. Something, yeah, that's right. That's right. I Right. I have two young kiddos. They're 4 and 5, only 16 months apart. So things are hectic. Yep, it's nuts. But here I am. I'm a dental hygienist by trade. Haven't worked in the industry since my youngest was born 4.5 years ago.
Wow. 16 months apart. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
like Irish twins, right?
Well, they were supposed to be 19 months apart, but Emerson wanted to come early, so it's fine. So here she is.
It's fine. It's all good.
It's
You
fine.
just go with it. So
Yeah,
okay,
it's fine. Here she is.
here she is. And she's adorable. Oh my goodness
Thank
gracious.
you.
I just love her. I love her energy. She's just so sweet. Oh my goodness gracious. So, okay. So as we were talking before we hopped on here, I love your story because I think it's so incredibly relatable. We love those. I was successful. I hit the top. I did it again and did it again. Like we love those. Those are really awesome.
Right.
But I'll be perfectly honest, it's not in my mind where I feel like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that too. It's
Right.
your story that I'm like, oh my goodness, that is so relatable. So I don't want to steal your thunder. Tell us about your MLM journey. And I think what I love most is you put in your IG profile that you're an MLM dropout. Cracks me up. Absolutely. So tell me what you mean by that. Like, what does that mean to you?
Yeah. So, thank you for saying that. It has been quite the ride. So I have been in the industry for 8 years now, and this is my fourth company. I started, a long time ago, not even knowing what I was doing, how it all goes, and it evolved. And by my last company, I had the vision and I was ready. And I mean, you could not tell me I wasn't going to be at the top someday. Like you couldn't tell me. I wouldn't listen. I knew I was meant for it. Except that after like 3 years of working really hard, I was still like the lowest level. I had had a couple promotions like a year, like 2 years in, but then I fell right back down to the very bottom. Just wasn't sustainable. And I was just so discouraged, but like I refused to quit because I couldn't give up. I had this vision. I knew where I wanted my life to go, and I like couldn't let go of it. Until this happened, until social retail fell in my lap. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And I just knew in my heart that it was the right move. And, full disclosure, I was following somebody who was a tippy top leader and who was willing to sell all of her, sell her organization and start from scratch because of what she saw here. And sorry, my lighting is weird. And so because she was willing to do that, because she was willing to walk away and start from scratch because of what she saw, I'm like, I can't unsee that and I can't unknow that. And so I followed her, and it is the best business decision of my life because I was able to become a leader. I am able to actually walk out the vision I always had, which is to not only set us up financially and relieve the stress for us, but to help so many more people do that, to help other people do that as well, and be able to look them in the eye and be like, I know that this system works. And I know if that you can be consistent and coachable, you can expect this to work for you too. And to be able to do that is amazing.
Yeah.
So the MLM dropout thing, I can't take total credit for that. There was this Instagram coach. Her name's Harley Jordan. She's amazing. Check her out. She does really cool tutorials. She kind of did like a review of my page, and she was like, I think like your company doesn't sound like a regular MLM. I'm like, it's not. She was like, so you should totally say you're an MLM dropout. And I'm like, I will.
Done. Done. Well, it's so catchy. I love it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And knowing just a wee bit of your backstory, I'm like, oh, it totally makes sense. Okay, so I want to go back to something that you said, because I felt the exact same way. We actually came from the same company, but didn't even know it until today. And
literally, like a minute ago.
Right. I enrolled on a Monday with that company, and I was like, so by Friday I hit the top, right? Like that's like, I'm going to do it. I felt the exact same way. Like, oh, no. I'm going to be there. And even the day I left, I was like, well, I mean, that was my goal, but 6 years later, it just didn't happen. So what's going on here?
Right.
Because you then start thinking it's you.
Right.
Like everyone else can do this. So, I mean, it must be me.
Right.
And then you realize, no, it's actually that you're not being set up for success.
Right.
So what is it that is different? You touched on it a little bit. What is it that's different between social retail and network marketing? How are those, like, those tweaks and often, I mean, flat out right turns changing things for you?
I mean, there's so many, but I would say the two biggest things for me are is our customer focus and how focused we are on our customers and how much we love our customers and how well we treat our customers and reward them, and how we don't have, like, there's no joining for a discount. It's not worth it. You can earn product credit as a customer, and so I don't need you to join me to put another body on my team and you just get a discount. Like, that's not a thing here, and I love that. But also just our really simple systems and the way we do things and the way we're all trained and we all walk the same steps and we all start the same way. And there's no guesswork. There's not 100 different people training you on what worked for them so that then you could take bits and pieces from all the trainings and figure out what works for you. Instead, it's like, no, this is what works. Do this. Yeah. And when you do that, it works. And so
imagine that.
Amazing. But that is so different. There's no guesswork. And it's amazing because I think like 70% of people don't actually want to build a team, but they want to be able to make an extra income that's worth their time. And you can do that here because we have the dual compensation plan. So you don't have to build a team at all. You can actually make a very lucrative income with just customers. And I think that that's amazing. And we encourage that. If that's your jam, great. Like, this is for you, and it's set up for you to win at it however you want. It's awesome.
I love the integrity that comes with that, and two things that you said. One, that we don't need to just have people join our team. I could have looked through my team and I had 2/3 of my team that was there for some sort of discount. And when I talk to people over here, I'm like, well, I mean, if you're not willing to do the business to some degree, it's not worth it to you. Like,
right. I encourage customers. I'm like, don't join. Like, literally, please don't join. I don't want to lose a good customer.
Right.
Because I actually have several that, they're excellent customers and they don't work the business, and that's totally fine. But I'm like, you could actually benefit from just being a customer. It's free product.
Totally. And I love that it's a legit thing. Like, I would tell people with my old company that was the case, but they wouldn't believe me because there was this discount dangling over them. Here it's like, no, it really does. It serves you no good at all. Right. So, okay, I want to keep this short and sweet. And my last question to you is because I think like I said, your story is so incredibly relatable. And I would love to know, what advice would you give yourself or Christina's out there who are in maybe their first, second, third, fourth company, frustrated because they're doing all the things and yet they're not seeing the success that they know is they're able to do? What is
Right.
the advice that you would give them?
Be open to another avenue. Be open to a pivot. And I don't mean like company hop. I mean like do your due diligence and look around and find something. Make sure you know the right questions to ask. Like, what is the compensation plan? Is it really sustainable? Is it really set up to help you win? What's your customer base? Like what's your demographic? Are you, if you're just selling something, you know, like nails, I mean, nails are awesome. I love nails, but that's a very small demographic. And, you know, you have to look at the bigger picture. How many people can you reach with your products? And just be open to a pivot, because if you have that fire, if you truly believe like I am meant to be a leader in a company, I guarantee you that you're correct. It just might not be the company you're at right now, because that was the case for me and the case for so many others on my team and in our organization.
I love that. Thank you so much, Christina, for your time. I so appreciate it. And I can't wait to one day like meet you in person and give you a big hug.
I know, me too. I can't wait. You're so sweet. I absolutely love watching you do this and doing this with you. And I know I told you earlier, but like I'm obsessed with how cool you are. And I just am so honored that you asked me to do this. So
well, the coolness, my children would tell you, is so not real, but whatever. They're crazy. So
yeah. Okay.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you, Christina. And thank you for saying yes. I'm so excited that we get to do this together. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.